Say hi to you too, kitten. Hi, you. Oh, my sweetie. Okay. Anyway, this is Coomy, and it's time to do another one of Coomy's Supernatural reviews. This week is Season 8, Episode 6, and it's called Southern Comfort. This is the lowdown. Sam and Dean go into the deep south, and they hunt the ghost of a Confederate Civil War soldier with Garth, and this particular ghost likes to prey upon people with unresolved anger issues. Does that sound like anyone you know?
I can see you two have a lot to talk about.
Here's the plot. Starts with a cold opening. The lady pancakes her husband with the car in a fit of rage. We interrupt Sam and Dean bitching about Benny when Dean catches wind of the cave. So they go to the murder scene and they run into Garth, who's dressed up like Walker, Texas Ranger.
Hey, Chuck Norris.
And apparently he's taken up Bobby's job as Hunter HQ. They find green ectoplasm at the scene and discover they're dealing with a ghost.
The streets know just what this is. Ghost riding the whip up and down the strip.
After victim number one's son flies into a homicidal rage, like mommy likes son, they realize the ghost possesses people and gets them to act out their anger.
Green goo equals a specter.
Which equals ghost, right?
Yeah, kind of. A specter is an avenging ghost. It possesses you and finds out whatever betrayals you're feeling and forces you to act on them.
Bobby say anything in there about how we hunt these things?
The last specter he encountered real shortly after someone desecrated a nearby grave.
They enter the tomb of a Confederate soldier, which was recently desecrated by a bunch of partying teens. Sam and Dean torch the bones, but a third murder still occurs.
Why don't you write your own reports, Sheriff?
Dean goes to track down this possessed cop, while Sam and Dean do a little research, and they discover that the dead soldier's lucky penny is the object the spirit is attached to. You know, I have a bullet that was fired during the Civil War, and I'm starting to wonder, am I gonna get possessed now? The South will rise again! This ghost, which was a Confederate soldier...
Corporal Collins of the Union shot and killed his brother Vance, who fought for the Confederacy. Local boys.
Wait, so two brothers fought on opposite sides of the Civil War?
Legend has it that Vance swore vengeance on his brother with his dying breath.
This ghost digs Dean's brother John
The specter likes you.
and ditches his current host in favor of Dean. So Sam and Garth meet up with Dean, who immediately draws down on Sam and starts listing all the things he hates about him, including ditching him while he was in purgatory.
You left me to die for a girl?
There's a big fight, and Garth eventually knocks the penny out of Dean's hand. Garth, who has no anger issues, grabs the penny, melts it down, and it's all over. So he departs, and Sam and Dean start arguing again. Sam gives Dean an earful about Benny. Dean agrees to let the Amelia thing drop, but now Sam's on the offensive about Benny.
I just might be that Hana that runs into Benny one day and ices him.
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, won't we?
Use my charisma, vodka with a spritzer, swagger down pat, call my shit Patricia.
Armageddon! So, the pros. Garth. Garth is an epic character.
Hey, Garth.
Garth.
Garth!
Oh, Marmaduke, you're crazy.
And I really like that they're having him take on Bobby's job, so now the Winchesters have some backup to rely on, and hopefully that means that Garth won't be fighting it anytime soon. I like the monster. The Civil War ghost is a good piece of American folklore that has never been touched upon in Supernatural, so I'm pretty stoked that they finally did that. I thought they did a really good makeup job on the monster. I liked the little montage of how the penny changed hands. It was entertaining to watch, and it helped us understand who was possessed and why. It was a really well done little scene. I really like the southern flavor that they added to the story, with the Southern Belle, a lady drinking sweet tea on her front porch, Confederate flags all over, NASCAR wallpaper. Very distinct flavor.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
The cons. The random flashbacks of Amelia seemed a little out of place. I mean, it is a good piece of character development, but it didn't really seem to belong in this episode.
I don't need your pity. I don't need you looking at me the way they all... like that.
Sam's rage about Benny seems a little out of character, considering Benny doesn't actually kill people. Well, after all, Sam was the one who wanted to let all the vampires go back in Season 2's Bloodlust because they only fed on cows. So, I mean, does he not believe in good vampires anymore? And if so, why? They didn't even bring that up.
The monster didn't get enough screen time considering how well done he was. He's really gnarly.
And, he appears twice, and he was even destroyed off screen.
It took me forever to melt that penny, but it's finally gone.
I thought it was kind of a waste of one of the creepier monsters in this season. The whole possessed Winchester being mad at his sibling and almost killing him gimmick, that's been done a lot of times. It was done in Asylum in Season 1, it was done in Board Under a Bad Sign in Season 2, it was done in Sex and Violence in Season 4. I don't know. It seems doing it for the 4th time, it's just not as nerve-wracking anymore. My final word on the subject is that despite its shortcomings, it was still a solid ghost story with a distinct Dixie flavor. I thought it was pretty good. 4 out of 5. Next week, we get to see Castiel come back. So that'll be cool. So anyway, until next time, keep watching.